The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
So, first of all, I think, I don't know. I think I might go back to YouTube for a while. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a new president. It's a new world. Everything's new. And sooner or later, I always go back to where everybody is. The 18 of you that followed me and have watched every video, I thank you very much. But I don't know. This one's going up on YouTube, and it's going to go up on Rumble. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll do that for a while, and then sooner or later I'll probably wind up back on YouTube. We'll see how that goes. I've been thinking about it, and like, my shit's not monetized anymore. I haven't posted for forever, so they said, yeah, you're not monetized anymore. And I went, I don't care, you didn't pay me anything anyway. So, so I'm not, like, attached to the AdSense anymore, really. So, I don't know. We'll see how things go. Maybe they won't judge my stuff too harshly because I'm not running ads anyway. So fuck it, you know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I just kind of want to. I don't know. I don't know. You know how I get. Anyways, so yeah, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on because my computer is fucked. So we got a lot of stuff to catch up on. I made a list of stuff to catch up on. And, of course, you know, everything happens every day. So we'll kind of go over some of these as we go over other things, and then we'll hit other topics when we get the chance, and so on and so forth. Anyways, first of all, just one thing I kind of wanted to laugh at. This is part of my list. All of the women that decided after Donald Trump won that they were going to shave their head. That shit made me laugh so hard. Because I let my hair grow until it annoys me, and then I just shave it down to stubble. And let it grow again until it annoys me, and then I shave it down to stubble. Right? So, I shaved my head about mid-October. Right? So this is like a month and a half of growth. And it is now fucking cold. And so I have hair for it to be fucking cold. I knew mid-October. Now is when I shave my head. Because then, by November, when it starts to get cold, I'll have hair growing in. And then when it gets really cold, I'll have hair. But these dumb bitches were like, oh, no, November fucking 7th. Let's shave our head. It's winter. Dummy. Like, it's cold. I like the shaved head. It's fucking cold. You do that shit about a half a month before you did it. And then it ain't so bad. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I shaved my head because Donald Trump won. And now I'm upset. So I shaved my head. Like, you realize all that's going to do is make you the object of ridicule and scorn. And people are just going to make fun of you. Dummy, why did you shave your head? Oh, is it cold? It's because you don't have any hair. You'd be amazed how much the hair keeps you warm. And when you don't have it, how much it makes you cold. Whatever. Everybody with their overdramatic gestures. Fine. Nobody cares. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, nobody cares. He's still president. They still have to swear him in. I mean, we'll see. But nevertheless, it didn't change the vote. It's not like they went, oh, wow, 20 women shaved their fucking heads. That's worth like 20 million votes. No. Sorry. No. Yeah. Women shaved their head. Right before winter. And, like, the funny thing is, it has gotten steadily colder ever since the election. Like, the election hit and it was still warm for, like, the rest of that week. And then it started to get cold. And it started to get cold. And now it's fucking cold. Now it's really fucking cold. It was like 20 degrees today. Felt like 15. It's cold. And I'm sitting there going, thank God I have some hair. Anyway, so that's the giggle over the women shaving their heads because they're disappointed that Donald Trump won. And they think that somehow is going to do something. Like, look, ladies, even the people in your life, the people who are like, oh, I get it. I'm with you, sister. I get the gesture. They are laughing their asses off behind your back. They're going, I wonder if it's cold. Well, of course, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is all dumb bitches in California. It ain't cold there, so what do they give a shit? That wouldn't surprise me, nevertheless. So, yeah, that just made me laugh. A little observation for you, a little observational humor. But yeah, big news of the day. Joe Biden's a liar. He pardoned his son after he said explicitly he wasn't going to pardon his son because Joe Biden believes in the law and nobody's above the law except all the illegal immigrants and his son and him and anybody else that he just decides is above the fucking law. But nobody else is above the law. Alright, fine. And he pardoned him for like 10 years worth of crime. Like, he pardoned him for everything he did in the last 10 years. And I'm like, bitch, you were only president for the last 4 years. Like, I don't think you should be allowed to pardon somebody for crimes not committed when you were in office. Like that. But, alright, whatever. Okay. So, Hunter's good. He's off. And I'm like, of course. Like, everybody's kind of pretending like they think they should be surprised. And I'm like, nobody's surprised. And then there's people like, yeah, I'm not surprised. And I'm like, yeah, of course not. It's his son. Like, alright. Let's just forget that Hunter Biden being investigated pretty much leads to Joe Biden being investigated and then the whole fucking thing blown up, right? Let's just forget that. And let's just forget that Hunter was fucking facing probably some real fines and time. And let's just forget that, right? And let's just forget the whole political ramifications of it. And let's just forget that Joe Biden's a liar now, and let's just forget Karine Jean-Pierre coming out going, oh, you didn't lie. Let's just forget I'm such a fan of democracy. This is how this fucking works. Oh, yeah, she's your next president. Let's just forget. Let's forget I'm so much a fan of the law that I will let my son fucking roast. I will let my son rot in jail for the next 50 years of his life if that's what the court decides, because the law. Let's just forget all that dumb shit and boil it down to the root. At the end of the day, that's his son. If this in any way shocks you that he lied, that he wasn't going to pardon, it's his son. It's his son. Like, he has the power to be like, alright, shithead, this is really your last, like, this is the last time I can pull your fucked up ass out of the fire. After this, you're on your own. You know? I'd do that with my kid. You know what I mean? With my kid. Of course, I wouldn't raise a kid that was that much of a fuck up. Like, I hope that my kid wouldn't be that much of a fuck up. Like, oh my gosh, what a fuck up. Like, Hunter Biden should be embarrassed to be Hunter Biden right now. Because, oh my God, what a fuck up. Like, what a tremendous fuck up. Like, it comes out that he's, kind of a crackhead. He does a lot of coke and stuff like that. And then, there's a little baggie of coke found in the White House. So how did that get there? Like, dude, what a fuck up. Like, what a tremendous fucking loser. Like, dude. Holy shit. But Joe Biden let him off. And no shit. Yeah. Of course. Like, I think at the time when he said, oh, I'm not going to pardon my son, I wasn't making videos, so I didn't talk about it. But I would have said, there's no fucking way he's going to pardon his kid. Because no matter how you look at it, he's going to pardon his kid. Period. He don't give a shit. He's fucking 900 years old. And dying. Like, his head is full of pudding. He is dying. He is not going to make it the next 5 years. Unless he's lucky. He is not, period, full stop, going to make it the next 10 years. That's it. So what? He's a retired president now. He don't give a shit. And he is not going to be like Bush and Obama and all the rest of them. He's not going to come back out and take pictures. No. He's going to be like fucking Carter. And they're going to have to unhook him from his machines that are keeping him alive and wheel him out to the park to fucking have him appear for people. You know, that's going to be Joe Biden. You think they're not going to do it? They did it with Carter fucking not even a month ago. They're going to have Joe Biden out there doing some of that shit fucking to support the next dumbass 4 years down the line. Bet me. But that's going to be it. Other than that, you're never going to hear from the man. He's out in disgrace. He's no. If you do, holy shit. Like, that would amaze me too. I'd be like, Joe, what are you doing? You're done, man. Be done. It's like, be happy. Go sit on the beach. Do your thing. Whatever. Anyways, so Joe's out. This is his last chance to fucking do right by his son that has done so much wrong by him. But it's still his son. At the end of the day, I can't blame the guy. I mean, he's a scumbag. Don't get me wrong. He's a piece of shit scumbag. Because his whole reason is, well, everything they're investigating my son for, you know, the gun that he did buy when he, you know, was doing drugs and he lied about that, you know, that did happen. There's documentation for that. That pretty much did happen. But it's still allegedly. Whatever. And you know, he did have his girlfriend throw it away in a dumpster next to a school. You know, forget all that. And you know, the hookers and the drugs and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And all the graft and you know, the influence peddling and national security risks. And, you know, all of that kind of stuff. He'll never do that again. And honestly, yeah. He'll never do that again. Because Joe was the linchpin. Joe was the key. And Joe's dead. Like, so nobody gives a fuck about Dr. Jill. And nobody gives a fuck about any other Biden. Nobody likes any Biden right now. Probably ever again. Like, there's not going to be another Biden in office from any family forever. Like, this is not like, oh, well, you know, 4 years from now, Hunter's going to run. No. This is not like, oh, well, 4 years from now, Jill's going to run. No. Like, no. This is not a Biden dynasty. There's not going to be more Bidens in office. Like, this, no. This is not a Bush situation here. So, he's toast. Like, Hunter's fucking cut off. All the money that Joe Biden stole from us in the last 4 years, that's it for his whole family. They're going to have to live off that forever because they're worthless beyond that. The name Biden is fucked. But play the game and won, apparently. They're never going to see any time for it. They're never going to have a punishment. Punishment? No. This is never going to happen. And if it does, again, I'll be amazed. But no. Joe Biden's never going to see a day in prison for all the shit he sold us out over. And neither is Hunter. And no. Nobody's going to jail over it. No, it all just happened. They got away with it. It's how it works. When nobody is above the law, that's how the law works. You get a high enough position in government, and then you do whatever the fuck you want. At least that's the way it used to be. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because we got a lot of people in government right now who are under the impression they can do whatever the fuck they want. And they're already talking about how they're going to do whatever the fuck they want. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. We've got another 2 months, right? Like a little bit less than 2 months. We got to get to January 6th, right? We got to get the confirmation. Kamala's got to sit there and bang the gavel and say Donald Trump is president. So you got to count all the votes. And you know, this could take a while because Kamala is not smart. I don't think she can count. Once she runs out of fingers, she's going to have to take off her shoes. And then once she runs out of fingers and toes, she's going to be lost. She's going to have to start pulling off other people's shoes. You know? It's a lot of numbers. And she's going to have to total it all up. I'm going to have to give her a calculator and teach her how it works. And Donald Trump is president. And she's going to have to do it. And we'll see. We'll see if she decides that she's going to have to do it. Because really, technically, she's going to have to do it. But we'll see. And then we got the swearing in. That happens on the 20th. We'll see. It's going to be a big open air venue with a whole lot of Democrats there. We'll see. Because you know who else is fucked? Nancy Pelosi. She's also fucked. I wouldn't be surprised, the fucking weird ass world we live in, if Nancy Pelosi shoots Donald Trump on the stage at the fucking swearing in. It wouldn't shock me. And she just goes, oh, well, you know, I just took one for the team. Like, I took one for democracy. She tried to spin that. Yeah. So, we still got a ways to go before the real work begins. You know? But, yeah. Of course Joe Biden fucking pardoned his son. Why wouldn't he? It's his kid. Like, I can't begrudge him pardoning his kid. I can begrudge him all the reasons why he needed to pardon his kid. But I can't really sit there and be like, he shouldn't have done it. I mean, yeah, realistically, he shouldn't have done it. In a just world, he would have sent his son up for life. But we don't live in a just world. We live in Joe Biden's America still. Alright?